You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and today we are exploring downtown Nanaimo because there is a ton of stuff happening here. Today on Go Island, a grand opening for the Stumanis Community School, our planet in the hands of children, and pumpkins are for more than just carving. That and more today on Go. Today on Go Island, we are exploring downtown Nanaimo. There's a ton of events that happen here year-round, and today in particular, we're spending Sunday in downtown Nanaimo. There is a lot going on, and we're going to share some of that with you on this edition of Go. But before we can do that, we need to park. Now, there's a lot of myths surrounding parking in downtown Nanaimo. People think that it's too costly, and actually it's pretty cheap if you've been to some of the bigger cities, that there's never anywhere to park. There are more than 900 parking spots in downtown Nanaimo, many of which are free. The Downtown Business Improvement Association here in Nanaimo, DNBIA, has released a brochure. It's called Park Smart, and it's a campaign to help people have a positive parking experience in downtown Nanaimo. And one of the things that they're doing to encourage that is giving a 15-minute grace period. So if you miss your meter, they'll give you a warning ticket if you're less than 15 minutes late. This runs through until October the 15th. Another thing they're doing is if you're overindulging on a Saturday night in downtown Nanaimo and you choose to do the responsible thing and leave your car downtown and you use one of the parkades, you have until 11 a.m. on Sunday morning to come and get it. And you can get more information on Park Smart at the Downtown Business Improvement website here in Nanaimo. We're going to continue on with our tour of downtown Nanaimo, but before we do that, Jen Moranitz in Victoria. The future of our planet is in the hands of young people, and she's going to spend some time with a group of young people in a very unique program. That's Jen Moranitz. But first, the Stumanis Community School is celebrating a grand opening, and Annette Lucas was there. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and we've made our way through downtown Nanaimo, winding up here at Krall Plaza, and we had to stop because, wow, there's some really cool stuff happening here in the plaza. This is the Art de Carnaval.
Nanaimo's Art de Carnaval.
And Shalema Gant is the organizer.
I'm the organizer, the president of the Nanaimo African Heritage Society, which we are representing Cultural Days.
What are Cultural Days? It's an annual...
Culture Days is an annual. It's happening all across North America and Canada. It's been happening for the last 16 years, but here in Nanaimo, we celebrate our second annual. Last year was Picnic in the Park, and we try to have a theme every year. So this theme is Arts de Carnaval.
I feel so underdressed standing next to these two. The colors are fabulous. Do you know who we're listening to? We can hear some music in the background.
This is Rodrigo, and he is a wonderful guitarist that we have often for Black History Month. But we, of course, had to have him in this wonderful, beautiful weather that we got today. And we have lots of performers all day long, scheduling from this morning until the afternoon.
And it was a long run. I know the event ran here beginning at 11 right through until 5 o'clock this afternoon, so that's quite an undertaking. Why is it important, do you think, for a community to come together and celebrate in this way?
I think it's wonderful because our island is so rich with culture and so rich with talented people. I think it's just wonderful, and especially our downtown, it's just made for the arts. And we have all these wonderful vineyards like the Krall Plaza. It needs to be utilized. So I'm here, I've been here for a number of years, and I hope to be here for a long time to come. And I want to be part of making things like this happen. So we're just enjoying our day, and it's so wonderful.
Shalema, thank you.
Thank you.
This guy doesn't have a mic on.
This is my partner, Devlin Wyatt, and doesn't he look handsome?
Very handsome. I want to thank the two of you.
And he's one of our models. Our fashion show starts at 3 o'clock, our next one. So.
Okay, well, we'll have to keep a tab on things for Cultural Day celebrations in downtown Nanaimo next year. And a big thank you to Shalema and Devin for bringing so much culture to Nanaimo. It's a growing city, and it's wonderful because of people like this doing things
Thanks
out of
to
a
Shaw
labor
for
of
being
love.
one of our sponsors.
A labor of love, really. So we'll be back with more on this edition of Go, and I think we're going to check out some more of those fantastic venues that Shalema mentioned that we have right here in downtown. Still ahead, seasonal cooking at harvest time in the middle of a Victoria pumpkin patch, and a warning for people hiking behind Nanaimo's Westwood Lake. That's still ahead today on Go Island. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. We're downtown at the corner of Bastion and Commercial Street, exploring everything that downtown Nanaimo has to offer on this particular Sunday afternoon. We've been cultured. I think it's safe to say that I love culture is a motto here at Shaw TV, at least for me anyways. And we just experienced one event of 7,000 that take place across the country at about this time every year. If films are your thing, documentary films, well, look at this. The Nanaimo Global Film Festival is taking place right here at the Corner Lounge. There goes somebody to catch a film just in time right now. And there, the Corner Lounge, well, it's on the corner. It's underneath the Painted Turtle Guest House. Now, it's a hostel type boutique hostel, I think is what it's called. And they were just voted #1 by the people who stay there in Hosteling, on Hosteling International's website. So that's another thing for us to brag about here in downtown Nanaimo. Back to the film festival. They've been running up at Vancouver Island University for the past 8 years, but they're having such a fantastic experience in downtown Nanaimo that next time they're just going to head straight for the heart of our city. We're going to head straight to Victoria now because Karen Elgersma is hanging out with the London chef. They're going to tell you what you can do with pumpkins besides carve them. It's got something to do with eating. But I'm going to set this one up just a little bit because Sucheta Singh is the host of Victoria's version, South Island version of Go Island, and she was hosting the show from a pumpkin patch, and that's when Karen and the London chef decided to, well, set up shop and do some cooking. Here they are. I love it. Cooking with pumpkins at a pumpkin patch. And a shout out, of course, to Sucheta Singh, who is the host of Go Island, South Island, as well as the London chef and Karen Elgersma. You can catch a version of Go Island or Vancouver or Calgary or whatever city you happen to be in that is serviced by Shaw. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. I'm Kate Bergen, and today we are exploring, discovering downtown Nanaimo. Look at this thing. This is the Sapphire Princess, and Kelly Robinson is behind the camera with me today, and we walked up and just went, wow, wow, wow. Can you imagine? There's 2,860 passengers that have been exploring Nanaimo today, plus 1,200 crew members aboard the Sapphire Princess, and it's the last cruise ship of the season to dock here in Nanaimo. We'll look forward to another season next year. We're going to throw things over now to Annette Lucas, because if you're used to hiking around the trails behind Westwood Lake, you might want to think twice. It's loud. There's lots of traffic downtown today. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and what you see when you drive through, like many people are today, is this old building on the corner. It used to be known as the Purple Barney Building, keyword here being used to, because as of Friday last week, that building, the old AMB Sound building, was purple. It obviously isn't anymore, and that's thanks to the young professionals of Nanaimo taking it on and helping to make our downtown core look better. This is Thomas Robert Shaw. He's with the young professionals of Nanaimo. You did it in less than 24 hours?
That is correct. We thought we were going to have to do this all through the night. We were going to start at 3 o'clock on Friday, and we figured we'd be finished by about 5 o'clock today. We kind of picked Friday, and we figured out it was a full moon on Friday, so we got a lot more light than we'd hoped for, so we painted till around 11 o'clock at night. We did have some flood lighting, but they cast some shadows. So we actually got all the way up Wallace Street completely done on Friday night. Saturday morning, we started at 10 o'clock in the morning, and by 5 o'clock Saturday, we were wrapping up and done.
Incredible. I mean, we thought that when we came down here today for Go Island that we would see a bunch of people busily working away, and we were quite shocked when we saw that it had all been completed. Why take this project on in the first place?
Well, the YPN has deep roots in downtown Nanaimo. It was an eyesore from our point of view. Me personally, where I'm established myself, I didn't like staring out my window and looking at it every single day. We just wanted to change the color of it. You know, it's been in the paper over the past little while. People are calling it Barney, people are calling it, you know,
Eyesore, big ugly
Thank you,
spot.
yes.
Yeah.
And with some of the patches that were done on it, they used the wrong colors and things like that. So it was, kind of like patchwork and stuff.
Yeah.
So, now we've changed the color. We're kind of along the lines of the city scheme for the colors that we saw with the color palette. We had an interior designer come in and help pick out the colors.
Yeah, it looks a whole lot better, but not any disrespect. There's still a problem. We have this big, huge, empty building. And now the owner was on board with you being able to paint it, and it's owned by a family in Vancouver.
In Vancouver, yes. We contacted them only about 3 weeks ago to get approval to do this. I wasn't the person who was in contact with the owners. It literally was done through letters and emails. And we tried to do this a year ago, and they said no. So obviously they're possibly thinking that there might be something to be done with the building, because they said yes very quickly. So from start to finish, this thing got done in 3 weeks, inclusive of donations of 75 gallons of paint, incredible. 60 volunteers.
And no easy task, and we don't want to say too much because we're not the people in the know, but getting something in that building is a lot easier said than done. People have lots of ideas, but there's red tape all over the place.
Oh, definitely. There's going to be red tape all over any purchase of any building. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you're interested in purchasing that building,
it's no longer called Barney.
It's no longer called Barney, and we have lots of ideas: a community market, some kind of destination bookstore. I mean, what would you like to see? Thomas has.
I would like to see the market.
The market.
I would definitely like to see a little market in the back down there, so you can have a market all year long. I did live over in Vancouver. I frequented Granville Island many, many times throughout the week and things like that. Something like that down here would be gorgeous.
Awesome. Okay, and they're honking in approval, saying thank you, YPN, for helping downtown Nanaimo look that much better. We're going to throw things over now to Kevin Stobo. It's his never-ending quest for fitness. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. We've been wandering around downtown Nanaimo today, and we've come across a party. This is Maffeo Sutton Park. It looks like there's an awful lot going on. It's actually an event called Cash for Kids, from what I understand. It's the 3rd annual. This is Maisie Bellucci, and she is the organizer of this event, the chair of Cash for Kids. What is this event for?
This is one of the events that our club, Oceanside Rotary, puts together. This is our 3rd annual Cash for Kids event. And the money that we raise, the focus of our club is for the children in our community, to support our community. And the money that we raise today, 100% of that goes towards the breakfast and lunch program in our community, as well as sending back kids to school and maintaining them in school so that they get education.
Right, that's with the Ladysmith and Schools Foundation, and I know that there's a big need in this district. There's a lot of kids who we might not realize school supplies are a challenge. Getting a healthy lunch, getting a healthy breakfast like that isn't easy for every family in this community.
Right.
How much money do you think you're going to raise here today?
Last year we were about 3,800, so we're hoping 5,000 plus this year. It's bigger, it was huge. We had tremendous amount of people coming down to support us. We've had School Foundation helping us. We've had amazing people sponsoring the event. It's been amazing. We've had people calling us to tell us that they like to be part of this. So we're hoping next year is going to be bigger, more fun stuff for the kids, and raise more money for our community.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So you can take part next year in Cash for Kids here at Maffeo Sutton Park. Another fabulous event right here in the heart of our city, downtown Nanaimo. And I think it's time to actually get the party going, keep the party going, because Braden Marshall's on stage now. Thanks for watching Go Island. We'll see you next time.